Okay, just an update on working on the waist, I guess you would call it, for Robbie. You guys saw how I had the hinge temporarily put in. Now it's permanently put in. As you can see, this is the left hinge. Right hinge is exactly the same thing. This strip across here, of course, is Velcro, and this is for the hinge. So this would be the left hinge. So you place this over exactly where you want it. I'm just going to temporarily put it on here. Okay. Hold on a second. There we go. And as you can see now, it's attached, and it moves just like a hinge. And the nice thing about it is because it's Velcro, it's not going to come off. It's going to also flex, which is kind of cool about the Velcro. See how it flexes a little bit? So when this is mounted onto the leg, you'll actually be able to move this back and forth, and it'll have a little bit of give to it. And then it's really easy to take off, too. You just pop it off, just like that. And it holds really well. There's not going to be a lot of force on the hinge, honestly. You just want the movability. It's only going to move in this direction or that direction. It's not going to pull or push or anything. But even if it did, it's really securely in here. And I'm starting to sand this down nice and smooth, as you can hear right here. Now, my problem that I'm encountering right now with the legs are, at the very bottom of the legs, I have big calves. I was younger into martial arts, weightlifting, stuff like that, so my calves are big. And right here at the bottom, it's looks big, but on the inside it's a little bit tighter. So I'm actually going to have to go in there and I'm going to have to cut that out. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet exactly. I have a reciprocating saw or a vibrating saw, whatever you call it, and that's what I've been cutting all the really sharp pieces out of the legs with, and it's been working great. But this is pretty much where I'm at right now. So today is sanding day. So here's the ring that sits on top of the waist I just showed you. And as you can hear, it's just getting nice and smooth. Everything's looking really pretty. It's taking some time. The temperature is very cold where I live right now. So a lot of this stuff isn't setting up really good. I have it in my theater where it's nice and warm, but even so, and because these things dry with a chemical reaction, they're real sensitive to humidity and all these different kinds of things. But we're getting there. Now, here it is, mid-January. I really wanted to have, at least to be able to walk around in Robbie nice and comfortably by the end of this month. That isn't going to happen because of the weather. It's just too cold. And being too cold, I can't do a lot about it. I have to wait till it warms up a little bit. But the other leg is ready to prime, but I can't prime it because it's too cold. The paint won't dry or anything like that. So I'm kind of limited right now to just sanding, and that's what I'm doing. I did, like I said, get both of the hinges mounted in there, and man, they work fantastic. So I'm real pleased about that. I don't have to worry about that. All the mechanical stuff is done in Robbie's head. I still have the flashing ears to do, and I'm working on a circuit right now so that when the sax valves open and close, there'll be some blinking of the lights below the sax valves like there is in the movie, the same sequence. And I still haven't figured out how to do the wig wags yet. I saw that Mike did the wig wags with a motion of slow motion and everything. I literally want to make my wig wags interact with the mechanism, the cam rotary mechanism that I'm using to make the sax valves go up and down so that they're going to be in sequence. Everything I want to have is I want to get as close to the sequence in the movie as I can because my talking, I've got it set up now to where there is no click, click, click coming from Robbie. I pulled that out, so it's just him talking, and that's all it is. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Today is just a sanding day, and it's going to be cold. That's all I can do is just sand, and that's what I'm doing is just sanding and vacuuming up the sand and the materials and going from there. You guys have been a great big gigantic help to me. I really appreciate all the help from everybody in the group. And if you have any questions about anything, please contact me. I've got a shitload of experience on all this kind of stuff. Where to buy the materials. If you want help building the circuit for him talking, I can walk you through it. In fact, if you guys are interested in a tutorial about that and where to buy the parts, I can do a tutorial. I'm not really good at streaming, but I need to learn how to do this anyway. So that you guys can have a walkthrough and we can actually walk through and show you how to build the circuit to be able to make him talk the way I make him talk. There's been comments that the mouth is too bright blue. That's easy. Just spray some frosted stuff over the top of it and frost it down if that's what you want to do. The reason I made it so bright is because in the daytime when I'm walking around in this thing, it won't be so bright in the bright light. What you're seeing is inside of a dim area right now. But that being said, when you're walking around in normal light, it needs to be bright. So that you can see him talking. And I haven't decided yet whether I want to wear this outside or just in here just to do some filming. But the way things are coming along and everything is starting to come together on everything, and it's starting to look really good with the hinges and the movement and all that stuff, I may do that. Anyway, as I always say at the end of my videos, end of video, happy printing.